He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry
I'm showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's got his big tight end here.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That looked like a common mistake made by the defense. Sometimes there's confusion, right? They're in zone, so you got to make sure your zones are taken care of. But once the quarterback got out of the pocket, they forgot about their zone discipline and staying in the right parts of the field. That allowed for a big play to happen.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson out to his left. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown!
Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf.
And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he goes out right around the 39.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the 39, Prescott dancing to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On the move to his left, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
A second down throw for Prescott, eluding the pressure right.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's way down into Dallas territory.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Seattle.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. It would appear these guys aren't fooling around. A big play on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, last night at our meeting, you said you thought that they would test the secondary early, but I don't know if you meant it on the second play of the game. I thought you meant, as we get into it a little bit, they decided to just come right out swinging.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 17, Allen buying time to his left. 1st down and more for Allen. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, 83 yards.
And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with
top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Fights him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a run with Singletary. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Singletary here running out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On the counter, this is Singletary. He's still barreling through. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 28 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed,
power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wagner. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Being chased out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get possession of the football as time will run out this first quarter of play. After one, it's 13-6. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. I love it. Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And shedding a man at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. To this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. It's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Powering his way forward. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
again now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for hit. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. First half as the kick's away. Ready to get this drive underway. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon God.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. couple yards shy of the 30. Come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
To the air, Allen. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain there for the Bills. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 36, Allen, flush to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run here with Singletary. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit
the end of 4 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Hey, this shit wavy.
Throwing now is Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Pass on for the extra point.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Seattle. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
There's Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And fights through one man. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 40, 20,
In your
10.
face!
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 92 yards. And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it, rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You gotta like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Singletary, a 1st down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. My, oh my, 237 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And it's caught. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
No mercy, no mercy.
And we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT game's opening drive.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now room for Eckler. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Varanti.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. Wilson now with a handoff to Collins. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. From the 29, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. I was just confused on that one. I had 3rd down written. It said 3rd down on the scoreboard. Do you think the sideline lost track? Maybe they thought it was 4th?
Something went haywire, and I'll admit it, I've lost track of downs before, but I'm not the one calling plays. I'm not the one keeping track here. They have to know this. And look, I love my football north of the border as much as anyone, but here it's 4 downs. I can't believe they tried it that way, and then went ahead and faked it as well. Nothing doing.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's to the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. first and goal, Collins. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Connects on the PAT, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Chargers. Jared Cook, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touch. And here comes a return for the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. Offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right.
across the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Sliding out of the pocket to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the ground. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point now coming from Myers. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Now room for Eckler. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Boys of outer space. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo. Run it up, Blondo.
On first down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Michael Davis. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. On fourth down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain, and a
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go.
It got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
That strong return is setting them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. Being chased out left. He'll get this to Eckler. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 99 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
Covers is great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he is out of bounds up past the 10.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, robust like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do it better.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so you can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for Seattle. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Throwing is Wilson. By the Seahawks, D leads to a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the